We are gathered here today, not of a wedding, but his funeral, since we all knew that Pamela was just gonna die single. She hasn't uploaded a video in 2 months because her life is just so hecking boring, so please give her your flowers from memory as we're about to bury her and never see her again forever.
Wait! We can't have this funeral.
And why is that?
Because I'm alive. Yep, I'm alive. Sorry to disappoint you all, but yeah. About the title, yes, it is true. This year was the first year where I went to a haunted house, and it was in my school. There's this thing called Fall Festival, and we have it every year in November, so we could raise money for the senior graduation. This was my second year attending, and boy oh boy, it was fun. The first thing I did was walk around and look at other people win stuff. And after an hour or two, I decided to also win something. So I went over to this table where it said scary stories and have a book on top full with many scary stories in it. It was my English teacher and this other 11th grader who was taking over it. They told me the rules.
All you have to do is write a mini scary story on this piece of paper, and if you're lucky enough, you yourself could win this book filled with many scary stories in it.
She handed me a piece of paper and I quickly wrote something.
I woke up by my wife yelling, "Ah, someone broke in the house." My wife died 2 years ago from a break-in.
Ooh, spoopy. That's what I said after my teacher read it, and then I walked away. I didn't remember other stories I could tell, but I could only participate once, sadly. My friend and I noticed that as soon as the haunted house was opened, a line was formed. It went from the entrance to almost halfway out of the haunted house. Now, Fall Festival is outside the school at the front, while the haunted house is inside the school, but only the high school area since the middle school side was blocked. We decided to wait until the line got shorter, but instead, the line got longer, so the more we waited. I didn't have anything else to do, so I lined up. I met up with a friend of mine who's like in 10th grade, or maybe 11th, I don't know, and we waited. It was 6:21 p.m. and the festival ends at 7, so this line had to hurry up. When we got closer to the front, my other friends decided to get into groups of 3 since that was the minimum. Middle schoolers were cutting in line, but other than that, I just wanted to get in. When we arrived at the front, I had to pay $3, but my friend had an X in her hand, meaning she can go in for free with a friend. So I followed her and got in for free. Yay! The group of middle schoolers that were in front of us went in first, and as soon as the door was closing, they screamed. All I could see were green lasers, and that's it. 30 seconds later, it was our turn. When we got in, there was this guy in a clown mask, and he was just breathing. By the way, the whole building was dark. We couldn't see anything other than green lasers on the side that were pointing to the clown. We started walking and the clown head starts following us, and then we then start to run for our lives, but we were stopped because now we literally couldn't see anything other than a light glitching in the distance. We start walking slow, and then we get a jump scare by the nun, who I then said, "Your movie is trash, by the way." Which is true. I'm gonna die. As we kept walking, we got jump scared by someone that was in a room trying to get out, and then we heard someone bang their head on the lockers. I could feel the pain. That's when we start running. But then again, we were stopped again by another clown with a knife, telling us to become his friend or something.
Hey, wanna be my friend and other stuff Pamela didn't hear? But hey, let's go into this room and get in and enjoy the fun. Hee hee. Hee hee. Oh my god, I'm Michael Jackson. Hee hee.
He then took my friends into the geography class and made me be all alone. In other words, I was in the middle of the dark, isolated, with spoopy people all around me. I walk about 2 steps to see the clown again looking at me with a long big smile.
Hey little one, want to go into the room too?
Sure. I start walking in there, but later soon was pushed by other people.
Get out! Get out! Don't go in!
So I started running out because I couldn't leave. There were like two people, monster creature guys, blocking the hallway. So I Naruto run out and try not to die. I then stopped and walked slowly. The glitching light was on top of me, and in front of me was this girl filled with blood and cuts in her face. She was also holding a bloody knife. I actually knew her, so I said, "Hey fam." She responded with a hey, so I was okay. As I kept walking, I saw another girl who looked like Annabelle holding a doll. She looked pretty cool, so I just looked at her and then fell. Yeah, that was funny. I looked up and saw the exit. I got up and slowly walked towards it, and then I saw the light. Freedom. I got out and started jumping up and down because that was awesome. I didn't start to realize that my friends hadn't got out yet, so I was about to go back in there, but then my friends just like ran out and just went to the restroom and hide. It was a great experience though, and I hope they do it next year. Sorry I was late on a Halloween story, but this story actually happened in November 2nd, and I didn't have any other Halloween stories to tell. So I hope this story made it up for you guys. Thanks to Gabe for being the voice of every other character, like the priest who was about to bury my channel down the drain. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I hope to see you guys next time if I don't die.